Warning, this podcast contains Katana Girl.
Yay.
That was really enthusiastic. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the E10 TV podcast for Heroes Reborn Season 10, which is actually Season 1, but it's technically Season 10. Episode 10. Clio looks confused.
I am.
No, they said when the show started that don't think of this as Heroes Season 5, think of this as Heroes Season 10, because every year that went by that the show was not on air was still a season. Okay. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Clio.
Hello.
My co-host, Nikki.
Hey.
And my co-host, Erika.
Yummy.
Oh. Interesting.
Kathy.
Yeah, no, apparently, Clio, they're going to be filling in the remaining 4 seasons that weren't, or I guess it's 5, because 5 wasn't on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 5 seasons. They're going to be filling those out through comics. So that will be the bridge between. But, yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode?
Good.
Definitely a slower pace than the other episodes that just recently aired, but it was still good.
See, for me, this episode right here is the setup of all the problems that previous seasons of Heroes have had, where they blow their load at the beginning, and there's nothing for us at the end. So
Is that what's happening, you think?
That's what I feel. It's heading in that direction. Like, I'm not saying for sure.
Well, at least it's living up to its predecessor.
But they're coming for me. They didn't like me talking about that.
They
so
know
they're
you're
coming.
an Evo.
Yeah.
Get out.
So.
Your power is being an asshole.
The secret's out. Damn it. Yeah, but so speaking of people that don't appreciate Evos anymore, Melina stopped this giant storm. What the hell was that storm?
Don't know. Was it part of the Healy?
I mean, the Healy is the whole, like, reversal of the poles, right? So, I mean, that does make sense.
I think the Healy is the event that comes when the poles reverse and a solar flare goes off.
Okay.
I think it's... Because the poles reversing is not a big deal. It happens... It's happened throughout history every once, it just happens.
Right.
But I think it's that the poles are reversing at the same time that a solar storm, like the biggest solar flare ever, is coming.
Well, I could imagine, like, even, like, the slightest, like, degree change would cause some sort of environmental changes throughout the world, like storms and, droughts and things like that. So maybe that's what that was. Because it is coming, like, really soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So...
But, like, Melina was there to stop it. There's a whole, like, parked highway full of people that did not want to progress into it. And it was throwing cars, through the air and everything. And they just, like, start screaming at her. She didn't cause it. She clearly stopped it. Clearly.
They took her gerbs!
Yeah, they were ready to pull out their pitchforks and just maim her right
A guy
there.
literally pulled out a shotgun.
Yeah. Like, what?
I don't know.
Like, I understand there's problems with Evos, but if I was there and, like, I saw this massive, like, thing of air and wind and smoke and smog and whatever coming at me, and you see this girl, like, legit, like, pushing it away and dissipating it and slowing it down, like, I would be like, okay, thank you. But please just stay away from me. just thank you.
I mean, yeah, all that happened, and, she's obviously there with Noah, but, like, my first reaction was, like, Noah's gonna punch this guy in the face. Noah wasn't there. It was Luke that stepped up and, blasted a few people's feet, like, here, dance, bitches!
Yeah,
Which is really nice, because throughout the whole episode, we saw, Luke trying to participate in, Melina's quest, and Noah's just like, no, get away.
Okay. The whole thing seemed really weird to me
Yeah.
Like, obviously, yes, they were pushing Luke away. But
Erika,
them
stop
holding-
making the cloud that's gonna destroy us all. It's
But
literally Erika on the show, and now it's Erika on this show. What were you saying, Clio?
There was a moment in the gas station where Luke was trying to reason with Noah, and when Melina comes up, Noah is smiling, and I'm like, Noah, why the fuck are you smiling? I don't understand you.
I don't understand Noah either, and it's like
It didn't make sense to me. Like, that whole encounter didn't make sense to me.
Noah's always been two-faced from the very get-go.
that
He's
is
always
true.
lived two lives, and he's always shown to the people he loves the really nice, generous guy, and then to everyone else that he thinks doesn't matter, he's a legit. He's worse than Dom.
Why are we bringing me into this? What did I do?
Cleo started it.
I did, to be fair.
Asshole.
Eric is jumping down my throat too.
You're the benchmark for how better or worse others are.
Wow. So I'm the standard.
Right.
Interesting.
Does that make you feel special?
No, but like for Luke, it just seems like he's intentionally, just for story purposes, giving this ridiculous conflict that is very out of left field, just for the sake of a redemption story that we already know is coming because of everything that happened with his wife.
Well, but I also think that the man that Melina's been talking to, she didn't know, had killed all these Evos, had actively went on. So I think she's scared a little bit of what he's done. I mean, I think she definitely sees he's changing, but she's still scared.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been better.
Noah's the one that doesn't make sense.
No, I know, but it would have been better if Melina just had like a little, they could have like fit a 30-second conversation into the show, you know, and just been like, I'm a little worried about Luke. Like, after everything that he's been through, I don't know if I want him following us. That would have given Noah enough justification for everything that was done, and it would have been okay with us.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I agree.
So, I don't know. I feel very just weird about the whole situation with Luke. So, I don't know. Another character that I think is really weird right now is Katana Girl's father.
Otimon?
Yeah.
In the future.
It's not just in the, like, he's in the future giving Katana Girl instructions, but he's in the past as a humanized computer form of himself giving Ren instructions to go, and it's like, how is he communicating with himself to I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's the thing, I don't think that was real, because I mean, Ren turns around and there are no more, you know, kendo fighters behind him. I think that was in his head. I think somehow Otomo's little avatar in the game got into Ren's head, gave him the message that way. I don't think anything, because he gets up, turns around, did anyone see that, you know, samurai? And everyone's just like, the fuck are you?
Yeah, but
you know, I don't think anybody else saw.
That's true. I don't disagree with you, but also everybody wasn't really paying attention in that place either. So it could go either way on that
down
one.
The street screaming.
Yeah, samurai. You know, like
just like, what? Don't scream.
Shogun. What was it? Shogun Warrior, I think he said.
Yeah.
Shogun. Yeah. I was hoping that it was Hero. Because I saw like how short the Shogun was compared to all the other Shoguns we've seen in the show so far, and I was like, oh, it's Hero! Yay!
I was hoping that it was going to be Hero as well, and that was going to be their way of getting him on screen without getting him on screen.
Yeah.
Because we know the actor was only signed up for 3 episodes, so.
Yeah. My dreams ruined.
Yeah, which makes me a little angry because we didn't get any finality to his ending.
By the looks of it, we're not going to.
Hero.
Yeah, the show unfortunately has not been doing very well in the ratings. They've been slipping, and season 2 is not looking very good right now, but it's still on the fence. They haven't decided one way or the other yet, which is really disappointing because I think the beginning of this show was phenomenal. And it's only right now where I'm having some doubts. I don't want to say it's bad because it's not, but I feel like I'm not looking forward to anything anymore.
Well, I mean, it is coming. They're trying to wrap this up because
Right.
they only have a few episodes left. And then the other thing that they said that was going to happen was they weren't going to carry on with these characters. They were going to use completely new characters next season. So, I mean, it's not going to be the reuse of
Right. You're probably
plot
not going to
devices and everything.
see. Probably not going to see Robbie K as Tommy or Nathan come back, which I think would be a travesty because I think he's great. So I would definitely want to see him back.
A cameo would be okay.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe in the way that Hero, was in this, be great. But it's just like, I don't know. I really want this show to be good. I want more out of it, but it's just I feel like if they did the somehow worked the last 3 episodes to be the time travel stuff with Hero, that probably would have been a better route for them.
Yeah.
Because then you're really looking forward to the Hero stuff, and then the finale is going to be great, regardless. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like these last 2 episodes, because we only have 3 more, I feel like these last 2 before the finale are going to kind of just be fillers things and kind of wrap up a little bit of loose ends. And unfortunately, there's just way too many loose ends for us to be able to wrap up logistically in this TV show. John even in chat mentions, he goes, also, what the fuck happened to Noah's wife?
Mm-hmm.
We never got anything. We're not going to. That's just the way that's going to go. He also says they haven't been doing a very good job developing Melina at all. I 100% agree. They showed her 3 times for less than 30 seconds before 2 episodes ago.
I agree. I would have liked to see more of her, but I also think that in terms of the twins, Tommy had more growing to do because he lost all his memories, and she sort of she's more together than he was.
I know something that I've always had an issue with, the Hero series as a whole, is that there's too many characters at once.
Yeah,
it doesn't give.
That's kind of the problem.
Especially with shorter seasons, there's not enough time to develop the characters they need to develop.
Yeah, it's kind of the problem because we are always at the end of an episode, we're doing this and we're talking, and then we're like, yeah, but where is Katana Girl been this whole time? And all of a sudden, she appeared last week in the future. That was it. We're just like, oh, okay, there she is. And then this episode, she had a little bit more. She I'm gonna say saved Tommy. She convinced Tommy to use an ability that nobody was forcing him not to use.
That's true.
So that just seemed really weird to me.
So,
and then they saved Noah.
I have a quick question though.
And then
before we move out of the future, why couldn't they harness Tommy's powers?
Because Tommy's power is not
his
time travel
per se.
No,
Yeah,
they're not time travel. His power is absorbing powers.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they couldn't harness it. That's my theory, anyway. So.
Wouldn't that be a crazy power to have, though? Because you have all your powers built into this computer system, and then you have the power to absorb powers. So you just take an Evo and you take his powers out, and now the power is in the computer system.
But he'd have to remain hooked up to it.
Yeah, he would.
Right.
If they wanted new powers, but if they got the powers that they needed to do whatever they needed to do, that power is already in the computer system. They don't need to absorb it again. And if it's in the computer, they don't need him.
Well, no, because they were using Hero. They as soon as they lost Hero, they lost the ability to open the gateway to the future.
What I'm saying is a computer stores information, right? If you absorb that information, you don't have to absorb it again. It's saved.
So you're saying having Tommy hooked up to it would
You
not have the
basically,
need to hook everybody else up to it. You would only have to have Tommy hooked to it. Is that what you're saying?
and you'd only have to have him once, because once that power is absorbed and saved in the computer, you don't need him to do it again. So if say they just needed 10 powers, they get those 10 powers, they don't need Tommy anymore. Because
Yeah.
it's already saved in the computer.
If that's something that they can even extract like that, you know. But yeah, so Katana Girl, she went to the future. She saved Tommy because we were wondering last week what the hell the future thing was all about, and now we know it's colony that Erika has started called the Gateway City, and whatever. But before that, they travel after she saves Tommy. From there, they travel and save Noah from getting crushed by the car, leaving Melina all by herself to deal with to stay with Luke again.
Yeah.
So it's like all that stuff that Noah was just yelling about him. Good thing he was there, otherwise Melina would be on her own with a mob of angry people.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I think she could have handled herself, but still.
yeah. Then we have Ren, who's given very vague instructions to just go to Odessa and figure out how to time travel.
Maybe he's a secret Evo.
Could be.
I mean, I'm still thinking that Carlos has some sort of Evo power, and he's just a wimp, and he doesn't know how to use it.
Well, that flashback with Carlos was really cool, to kind of get more information on his relationship with Farah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, her powers in action, and, how the war and everything really went down, how it affected him, and how easy it was to break him and not her until they knew exactly what would trigger a reaction out of her. So.
Poor Mike. My poor Micah.
I know.
I saw
Matt
him.
Parkin's an asshole.
Oh God.
We were like, okay, maybe he's got some redeeming quality because he did he did let Noah and Pennyman go.
Casper.
Whatever.
He's a penny man. No, I saw his little drooly face in that bubble, and I was like, no.
Yeah, well, because they seeded into his brain that maybe he's just expendable. I mean, he saw what they did to Mohinder.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Mohinder does all this science work for them, and they use the shit out of him. And then when he's not necessary anymore, poof. So
yeah.
Matt's worried he's in the same position.
Yeah, Micah brings up the list of, who's going over. That could be a lie. That could be a false document.
Oh, yeah.
Erika could just have that as,
Could be.
Yeah.
But I think Matt's safe in terms from Erika, because there's no other Evo that has mind control or mind reading, and that's mind reading especially is something that Erika's gonna want. So as long as Matt is willing to cooperate with her, he doesn't have anything to worry about. But I think it's that doubt that was planted that's gonna get him in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, also, I feel like Erika doesn't like Evos. She doesn't want them around. She's building a city in the future. But I think once she does that and has all the humans there, she's not going to want the Evos around.
Not unless she can use them. If she can use them, then sure.
I don't even think if she
put
can.
Shackles,
I think
shackles on them.
I think her ultimate plan is to just have a city of humans and not...
But would she still be powerful without the Evos?
I don't know.
No, she's
that's
thinking she's gonna be, but no way.
That's what seems like all her power is from right now is the Evos.
It's because they are her weapons right now, and without those weapons, she's just gonna be some businesswoman trying to run a country that has nothing in it anymore.
I mean, Tommy, this whole, so they spend the whole beginning of the episode together, and Tommy's like, traveling to the future is not the answer. Like, I meant to stop the apocalypse, not, like, bring everybody to after it. And that really brings up the point of how do you just stop a scientific event like a solar flare? How do you just stop something like that? Erika's just like, you can't.
Because she doesn't believe. You have to
Yeah.
believe.
Or she's the one that caused it in the first place.
How would she cause a solar flare?
Something with Mohinder's scientific research. I don't know.
Maybe it was the activation of Phoebe's powers that is actually drawing the light to Earth because she's the one sucking light from everything. She's
But
actually...
Mohinder did that research before Erika got her hands on Phoebe.
Right.
Mohinder had that, like, giant fucking manifesto. It wasn't a manifesto.
I mean, it wasn't going to happen so soon, though. I think maybe
I mean, it could have
Erika...
accelerated it, but I don't think it started it.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
because
mean-
we did say the timetables were pushed up. Like, they thought it was coming at a certain time, and all of a sudden it started coming faster. So maybe every time Phoebe uses her powers, it accelerates it.
Maybe.
You know?
I mean, that does make sense. And that would be Erika's fault for making Phoebe do that. Because I think she, like Quentin said, he's like, I remember when you were just making silly shadow puppets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the thing, my biggest gripe with Heroes right now is in... It was was it really 9 years ago? 10 years ago, whatever, that the show started? Season 1 was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest gripe is in the last, 9 years of learning, they still are forcing the save the world format that didn't work past the first season for the show. Like, it was a new and original thing, kind of, whatever. It's, that's the big comic book thing is, oh, you must save the world, kind of. But it's like, how many times can you save the world from utter disaster every time? That's the thing that's getting me. Like, we didn't really deal with this very much at the beginning of the show, and it wasn't really looked at. Like, we knew something like that was coming, and it was joked, oh, save the cheerleaders, save the world, save the cheerleaders, twins, save the world.
Save the future.
Yeah, but now it's, legit. It's, impending disaster, and it's real. Like, I know we learned about the solar flare, more than a couple episodes ago, but it's still, can't we just, save something else?
No.
Well, I mean, there's another show that has pretty much the same format, too, and they do it every season. And I'm not going to bring up the freaking name of it.
Supernatural.
But, I mean, it is something that a lot of shows especially with, superpowers and supernatural things, they want to, because having magic and these powers that you don't understand is scary, but there's other freaky things that seem to be connected to those as well. I think that's the connection here, that people are afraid of these different, unique beings, but nobody knows what's coming. That's out of their hands.
I would have much rather dealt with an entire season of Evos versus humans and deal with the cause and effect reactions instead of an impending the Earth is going to die to a solar flare.
No, I understand.
X-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already pretty much X-Men anyway. It's now X-Men with a solar flare. So.
I mean, I would have easily been able to sit through 10 seasons of Evos versus Sylar. Or the world versus Sylar.
Sure.
They could have brought him back and I'd be just entertained.
There's still time. There's still time, and and Casper may not
Casper's
be
dead though, isn't he?
He may not be. We've never seen him again after he got shot.
I mean, Sylar was a shapeshifter. He also had Claire's powers. So even if he got shot, he could still be alive.
If he got shot and wounded like that, bullet to the head, he'd go down.
He'd go down.
We've seen Claire go down before with fatal injuries and come back afterwards.
Yeah.
Hours later in the hospital during autopsies. So, yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Good times.
So unfortunately now, the show is on its mid-season break, which is really weird because there's only 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
It's just the holidays. I mean, we got Thanksgiving coming up, and then there's Christmas, and everybody's just crazy chaotic around these.
I get that,
so.
But my argument to this is, it's not like it was a surprise.
No, I know.
They knew the holidays were coming. They could have bumped their schedule and started the show 3 weeks earlier. They could have just skipped Thanksgiving week, given us an episode next week, and then done like a double episode finale the week after and still beat the holiday rush. So Sean Shell's in chat saying Heroes is better. Fox messed up the mutants. You are 100% correct. Heroes is 100% better than X-Men, but it's still the X-Men mutant Civil War revolution thing that was going on, parallel, just with a solar flare thrown in. It's but better. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love this show. I'm not hating on this show.
X-Men was also in the movie format, so it's different.
Anything else?
Yeah, the animated series. Amazing. I know. Not exactly what through my head just said. I did sing it because I'm not a good singer, so I didn't even bother. But, Yep.
So next week we don't have an episode, but the week after that we still don't have an episode, and then the week after that we still don't have an episode, and the week after that we still don't have an episode. It's coming back January, January 3rd, 7th,
3rd, 7th. One of those days.
The 3rd, 7th.
The 3rd, 7th.
Yeah.
January 7th.
Okay.
January 37th.
No, it is not coming back January 37th. It's coming back November 31st.
December 37th.
Well, the 3rd, 7th would be March 7th.
November 31st. No, yeah. So January 7th. I'm confused now. I hate you guys.
It's January 7th.
January 7th.
March 18th.
This is why we
and
can't
then
have
January
mistakes.
14th will be the episode 12, and January 21st will be the finale.
Yep.
So I'm still hoping and praying Zachary Quinto makes his guest appearance.
Oh gosh, please.
In the finale. I don't want to see him before that. I don't want any of him before that. Even if they just showed Casper and like panned and then showed like his foot and like his foot and his leg just like shift into like another like thing as like the 12th one, and not shown anything until the finale and then Siler, like I'd totally be cool with that.
I like if they bring Siler back, even if it is for just like a 10-second cameo. Once the word gets around, there will be a season 2 of Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no doubt about it. Everybody will be rushing back.
How they could have kept it secret.
No.
I don't know either, but I mean, things can get leaked and stuff. But
if it's a one-off scene, right? If it's a one-off scene with just him and he's not interacting with other cast members, it could have been something that they filmed very discreetly on his location. They could have sent somebody to him instead of having him go to them. There's ways around it. Like when this show was originally announced, all the returning actors, everybody who was involved with the first, Hero, Nakamura, all the people who played these characters, when it aired as the promo during the Super Bowl last year, they weren't told anything about this. When they watched it for the first time, I was reading a thing, the actor, I can't think of the actor. Who's the actor that plays Hero? Do you guys know offhand?
Masa.
Masa.
Forget his last name. Masa.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just had an interview recently where he was saying that they all got together in like a group chat. I don't know if it was through, like Skype or if it was through, like text message or something. But they all like started, did you guys hear about this? Like, does anybody? Nobody knew anything about it. None of them were contacted ahead of time. That's how they kept that a secret. So if they're going to do something big like Siler, it's going to be like the bare minimum need to know people.
Yeah. And I mean, even if it was filmed and the cast knew, there's like shows like Pretty Little Liars where they can keep secrets really good. And the only time it gets fudged up is when somebody from the freaking like the actual like studio decides to be assholes.
Yeah. Sean Shells is saying in chat that Zachary thinks he's too big for the show. I don't think that's necessarily the case. From what I heard, Zachary is just too busy right now. And what I remember, I could be completely wrong, but I remember him saying that he'd like to do a cameo if he could. So there was never any follow-up on that. He was never confirmed to be in anything after that. I feel like he's a big name, big draw, so if they're going to go on to a season 2, they probably would have wanted to work out a deal with him. And to get him as a cameo in for like the finale episode and then announce, oh, Siler will be in season 2 for a, maybe not a full-time role, but even something 3 episodes, whatever, like Hero is in, would be enough to get a bunch of people to watch the show again.
Yeah.
So, it's not like the Hayden Panettiere, whatever, however you pronounce her name. Yeah, whatever. It's not like her situation where
they didn't want to work with her.
Yeah, from the set rumors and stuff, they didn't want to work with her. The same goes for her ex-boyfriend, who played Peter Petrelli. I can't. Milo Ventimiglia.
Yes.
Apparently, there's a lot of stuff on set between the two of them that caused a lot of commotion. These are all rumors. I can't confirm because I wasn't on set, obviously. But that's why the two of them were not asked back. And, Hayden's got her own shit going on anyway, so. But yeah, so I think that about does it. But the episode coming back on January 7th, we don't have a name for it. We don't have a synopsis for it. We got to see a clip at the end of Heroes that showed us what's coming in the next 3 weeks. And Tommy specifically says that he wants to go back to change something. And we see Erika saying, if you go back and change something, we will cease to exist. As in, it would create an alternate universe. So Tommy's it's like the way it's set up in that promo, it's very set up like Tommy really wants to change the apocalypse event. So that's leading me to believe furthermore that it's something that was forced onto the planet, something that can actually be changed as opposed to a regular occurring natural event. Because we get hit by solar flares all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But our atmosphere is able to protect ourselves. Yeah. If our atmosphere was gone, our ozone layer, whatever I'm not sure what the actual layer is that protects us. If whatever that particular layer is gone, the solar flares would destroy our planet. Mm-hmm. So it seems like something, that is being done, the scientists, something that maybe Mohinder did or found in his research accidentally that Erika manipulated is what's going to cause this event. So.
Speaking of Erika, she didn't have her cane this episode.
She was in the future, no, yeah. I mean, we also had the clone, or the shapeshifter, Erika.
No, when she was talking to Tommy back, like, it was present day, basically.
Right, yeah.
She walks in the room in her red dress without her cane. When everything else we've seen after the whole change with Noah, she had a cane because she couldn't walk properly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing on their end or...
John is correcting me in chat. He's saying it's our electromagnetic field around the Earth that protects us, not really the atmosphere. But yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yes.
Oh, no, because that would explain it, because that's the Aurora Borealis is affected by the magnetic field. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
There. Yes, that. Thank you for the science, John.
Thank you.
That actually makes more sense now. There are evos in the wind that can affect that. So,
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I think that about does it.
Does Clio have something to say? She put up her finger like.
I just
what
said
is it?
science.
Oh, science. Awesome.
Yeah. Clio, where can the people find you?
They can find me on the socials at Cliomoto and on Twitch at the Cliomoto.
Excellent. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Erika, where can the people find you?
Right there.
Places.
At Erika Rain 7. You could also find us. Oh no, you can find me.
Phenomenon.
The Muppet Show.
Yes, you can find me at the Muppet Show. You could also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Space, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next month, 2 months, till some undisclosed period of time, January 7th. We will see you guys later.
January 37th. No, December 37th.
November 31st.
March 13th.
February 29th.
April 0.
What?